He's the director of the Center for Trade Policy Studies for the Cato Institute. He has authored or co-authored studies on globalization, trade, and immigration. Welcome.
Chairwoman Velasquez, Ranking Member Shabbat, thank you for inviting me to testify here today. Globalization is a fact of life in the 21st century America, and our nation's small businesses should be allowed to take full advantage of the opportunities. Since 1990, exports have grown sharply as a share of the U.S. economy. 3/4 of the world's spending power and 96% of the world's people live outside the United States. This represents a huge potential market for American business. Our growing engagement in the global economy is one of the bright spots of the U.S. economy today, and we definitely need bright spots. Exports and earnings on foreign investment are booming. Exports of goods and services jumped by 12.6% last year from the year before, and earnings on U.S. investment abroad jumped 20%. That expanding opportunity to serve foreign markets has allowed U.S. companies, including small businesses, to better weather the current economic slowdown. One of the most important and fastest growing markets for U.S. companies, including small businesses, is China. Last year, Americans exported $65 billion worth of goods to China. China is our #3 export market behind only our NAFTA partners, Canada and Mexico. Since China's entry into the WTO in 2001, U.S. goods exports to China have grown at a compound rate of 22%. That's 3 times faster than our exports to the rest of the world, despite complaints about their currency. Small and medium-sized U.S. businesses are basking in this export success. Nearly 20,000 small U.S. companies account for 35% of U.S. merchandise exports to China. If Congress enacts legislation that ignites a trade war with China, small businesses will be among the first casualties. Far from a timeout, Congress should work with this administration and the next to approve comprehensive trade agreements to abolish barriers and promote two-way foreign investment. Such agreements benefit U.S. small businesses in 3 particular ways. First, trade agreements help to reduce red tape and increase transparency. Small businesses often lack the resources and the foreign partners abroad to navigate through the opaque legal systems and customs duties of foreign countries. Numerous fees and other non-tariff barriers can be deal breakers for small companies. Trade agreements streamline rules, reduce non-tariff barriers, and provide arbitration procedures. Second, trade agreements open up opportunities for U.S. small businesses to compete for procurement contracts with foreign governments, and this is a huge market. Trade agreements guarantee U.S. companies a fair shake at the important government procurement market. They also lower thresholds so small businesses can submit bids. Third, trade agreements lower tariffs and other barriers to trade that are more difficult for small businesses to work around. Large multinationals can circumvent tariffs by locating production in affiliates abroad. Small U.S. companies don't have that option. Many of them export from a single domestic location here in the United States. The reduction and elimination of tariffs allows them to export from their domestic facilities without facing barriers that can be discriminatory and prohibitive. The 110th Congress has the opportunity right now to enact 3 trade agreements with Colombia, Panama, and South Korea that will help small U.S. companies boost their exports. All 3 of these agreements would reduce barriers and eliminate tariffs on U.S. exports while guaranteeing fair treatment for U.S. companies that invest abroad. They would streamline those customs procedures, enhance transparency, and open up government procurement for small U.S. businesses. And these agreements would allow thousands of U.S. small companies to export to these markets for the first time. For example, nearly 8,000 small and medium-sized U.S. companies already export to Colombia, accounting for more than 1/3 of our exports to that country. The Colombia agreement would eliminate the large majority of tariffs on those products. Their goods already enter the United States duty-free because of the Andean Trade Preference Act. This would give us the level playing field that we all say we want. According to the U.S. International Trade Commission, the agreement would boost U.S. exports to Colombia by more than $1 billion, with small businesses ready to claim a big slice of that expanding pie. U.S. companies do not need federal subsidies to compete effectively in global markets. We have a lot of advantages in this country. Those markets are currently awash in private capital ready to finance new trade and investment opportunities. Congress and the administration, if they want to increase opportunities for U.S. small business, they need to work together to reduce barriers to international trade and investment, whether abroad or here in the United States. Thank you very much.